Now we are going. How do I... such a dumb point of unreliability. My microphone just turns off every now and then. And, it's only for streaming. Okay, let's take a break. Hello everyone, I'm ABX Toy Cat. I'm gonna check this is the mic right. Right mic. Why did it unplug? Oh, and it's back in. It's plugged in again. Okay. We're good. I'm gonna quickly take a drink. And say, hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Does it sound okay now? Because clearly something's happening if it's turning off and on repeatedly. But I don't know what that something is. So I should work out what that something is. Or we should roll the dice and say, you know, if it sounds good, it's good. Thank you. Good to see you, Hexapteron, by the way. Still don't know how to say your name. Okay, everyone said it sounds good. Sounds good, sounds good, sounds good. Wow, I sound good. I've never had such a high compliment in my life. Okay, we're gonna take a look at. Hello, I'm ABX Toy Cat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I'm going to be working on a fun little project that I'm doing in honor of the cave update, because this is my Let's Play house. As you can see, I've used every modern building technique to build this over the course of the last 8 years, and it is sure a beauty, but there's a lot of weird things about it, and one of the weird things is that I used to have a little, basement where I just had a villager and some wood. It was very ugly before, but I figured, why don't we improve on that? And so I decided to make it a giant hole in the ground instead. I didn't want to kill the villager though, so I kept him, don't worry. But yeah, as you can see, I've made it a giant hole in the ground, and or a cave, if you will. Perhaps we could say this is a cave update we have made to my basement. You could say that. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying it would be valid if you did. And yeah, as a result of that, I'm going to be going ahead and I'm going to be mining this area out and making, I think, a giant Let's Play house here. I have a few other ideas we could work on, but I want to be mining this entire area down in a much wider area now, because this is like the giant mine shaft. It's the size of the house, and then I want to have like a giant area down here that's bigger than the house, where I can have a house kind of floating, resting. It's a dumb idea, but you know what else is a dumb idea? Like, you know, global warming. But we did that anyway, right? That makes it sound like I'm trying to say like it was a bad idea to make the world hotter, because as a British person, I like things nice and cold. There we go. I am high quality of my commentary on the world and current events. Very exciting. Hey, thank you very much, Maria Perez.
Finally able to catch you live. Love your videos and you're amazing.
Thank you very much, Super Chat Voice, for cutting me off. So rude. But no, Maria Perez, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, something I want to do is I want to start streaming at more random times. Now I live in the US, I can, like, my stream times are going to be way different, like, what I can do, theoretically. And I want to take advantage of that by doing some really bizarre stream times. Like, we streamed at 7 PM the other night, and a surprising number of people actually came out and were like, yeah, this is what I'm here for, you know? And first of all, I think that's cool. But it also means, you know, like, it's an opportunity to do some, I don't want to say weird stuff, but I want to stream at some different times so we can catch people like you, Maria Perez? Perez? You know, Perez is definitely how you say that. Because, yeah, I know, like, the times I always had in the UK, I had this problem where if I made it later, like I enjoyed doing later streams, but also like it'd keep me up late, it'd ruin my sleep schedule. Over here, like, oh no, what if I stay up past 4 PM, which would be midnight in the UK? Like it's not as big of a problem, which is kind of cool if you ask me. Do you know what else is cool if you ask me? The quality of me is bad. Have you considered turning it off and on again? As someone who works in tech support, and by works I mean... Also, what just died there? Did you see something go off in flames? And by works, I mean I was qualified in it and therefore had to... You know, like a decent part of, like, being qualified in computers is just like, okay, when there's an issue, you know, people are going to blame you. Like, understanding, like, how people feel about something is, like, kind of alien when you work... Because when, you know, the way you would imagine it would be of computers, is there a mob spawner up there? Or is that me just having placed a bunch of cobblestone? Okay, it's me having placed a bunch of cobblestone. Let's place a stone. Let's just place the coal back in there, actually. And then we'll place another cobble somewhere else in that ceiling. Yeah, just over there. Just to get that out of my life. Hey, Toga, I don't want you much, but why don't you have a couple of automated farms in your world? I do, friend. I have the automated bamboo farm. Apparently gone automated slime farm, as you can see from that. How did it even spawn, is my question. No, I've got an automated bamboo farm,
When my
so
mom first saw
technically
the
speaking.
toy cat, she said that it looks cute. Glad to catch a stream live again.
Okay, so also I have the creeper farm. But, so thank you very much, Der Tippin names all, I can never say it. I know it's German, but like, Der Tippis name. Thank you, Ollie, for the £9.07, a tip. I appreciate that a lot. Especially doing it via Streamlabs, the link in the description. Wow, I love when people do that because YouTube doesn't take 30%. But thank you very much, and I love the toy cat whenever I see it too. Like, every now and then I just like see, like one of my real life friends has one. I'm like, that's cool. Or like, yeah, I'd call it real life friends. And yeah, I think that's wonderful. Also, yeah, this is a slime chunk. I know that's how slimes spawn, but it's so interesting to see how fast the slimes are spawning. And like, I just don't need this many slime balls because I don't use many slime blocks. But now I have to come up with some purpose for all of them, or I'm doing this for nothing. So we'll work that one out. Maybe I should even like make a slime farm down here. Like if it just so happens that I have a slime chunk under my house, then maybe I should take advantage of that fact. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't even know. Also, what do you reckon I should do with these? Like you can see, I've got all these branch mines that went through here at one point. Do you think I should clog them up, or just put doors in them, or like, do you think there's a fun idea going around that? It's a good question we have to kind of work out. So anyway, with that said, slimes used to be easy to deal with 3 years ago. Yeah, they've in my opinion, they've only gotten worse and worse to deal with, but that's a-okay. Enslaved villagers. You know what? There is one villager up there. I'm sure I could make more if I wanted to. It's actually like, I actually have like a baby, like, I have a place where I specifically breed baby jungle villagers and I could move them across the world. I mean, is that really a good idea? I mean, it's not a good one, but has that stopped me doing anything in this world? You could argue no. You would be correct to argue no, actually. Also, it's so weird because I mine the tops of these. Again, the branch mines are just becoming like blocks of stone in the wind, but that kind of makes sense. Do you have a playlist of all your progress in this world? I have the Let's Play, which is like the weekly check-in update kind of thing, if you want to see it happen bit by bit. I always consider, like, I love making survival project videos, but the reason I think covering the whole world isn't something I want to do is because, like, people who are like, there's 8 of them working all day, every day, like doing automated stuff, are always going to have like more impressive versions of that. Whereas this is just me like, oh yeah, I've been moving blocks around for 8 years, and I've made 2 automatic farms in that time. Everything else is all manual because I'm a crazy caveman, basically. I'm a crazy caveman. Hey Toget, doing a similar project on our world, but bigger. We started using Wither's ram attack to speed up the process. Glad to catch another stream. Hey, Frozen Smoke, that's a fun idea. Thank you for the tip, my man. The 175, but I think the, like, using withers and stuff, like, it's such a cool idea, and I always love it. Like, I always have to bring it up, like, if I'm ever talking about what you can do, I'm always like, hey, technically speaking, you can, use the wither, but I felt like I never want to, like, do it in practice myself, because it's such a nightmare to deal with. Like, withers are not the most friendly of creatures. Who knew? Who would have figured? It doesn't make any sense to me, but apparently it's true. So, I just got here. Why are we building a hole? Why does anyone ever build a hole? Literally Thanos. Do we put half of people in the hole, or do we not? No, we're building a giant cave under my house to put a version of my house in. And then I want to have that basement lead down to nothing. Or maybe, I think the ultimate thing would be like, it leads down to another house, and etc, etc. But right now the height limit only goes down to 0. There's some hopes that improves, right? I really love to see that at some point. I don't think it's likely, I would love to see it. Also, I think what I'm going to do, rather than, I've got 2 options. I can turn this into obsidian. Boring. I mean, clearly I've done that a little bit here. Or I could bring down, like, my shulker boxes full of buckets, and I could actually fill these with, fill them, and then I could take the lava, do something useful with it. I think that might not be such a bad idea, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to mine some of this obsidian. It's going to be hell, but you know what? Come here, watch a live stream, and in the meantime, get yourself some obsidian mining. So, I guess I should use this pickaxe, actually, or like, yeah, there's just generic one right here. Efficiency 3, unbreaking 3. Let's mine some obsidian. Oh yeah, this is my favorite part of Minecraft, mining obsidian. Some people say this is boring, but I say, mining purple blocks, what's not to love? I think it would require a complete rewrite of the game engine. So, again, I'll admit, like, you would have to change a few rules about how it works down there. But to me, the easiest way to, like, patch in extra depth is to go to minus something. You could even just have that be the technical coordinates. That perfectly mended armor, though. Wait, is it really... Oh, it is! Oh, nice. Usually I assume when someone says something like that, like, oh, my Netherite boots are, like, just about dead. You know, my Elytra's, like, on a red bar, but I'm flying around in a place where there's, you know, above lava where I'd die if it fed off or something. Also, hey, Andrew, my middle name is Strokes. Andrew, that's clever, Adam Cox. You almost got me. But now I got you, because I've got you $2, and you don't have me saying inappropriate things about your male chickens. So, guess who's a winner now? I mean, I guess maybe you're entertained by this whole thing. Maybe you shouldn't be. But good job on trying. You almost got me. And almost is not good enough, actually. I think, I like something I kind of realized, because I want to talk a little bit about... I did some speedrunning yesterday, and by did some speedrunning, I mean, like, tried, and then, like, a bunch of stuff all came up at the same time. It was very stressful, in a way. Also, this one's got Silk Touch on. Let's see how fast the Silk Touch 5 Netherite Pickaxe does this. This is actually a substantial time saving, like, enough that I probably should be doing it. That's fine. Where is the zombie noise coming from? I don't have, like, any noise coming from my thing. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. See if I can hear that. There's probably just there's probably some zombies above here somewhere. I think it makes sense to torch all the caves up around her. Like, for sure. But, yeah, so, like, one of the things I kind of realized yesterday, like, I love speedrunning, and I love that we brought, like, attention to a whole Bedrock world of it. But I also think, like, now there's, like, so... There's something, I've said this before, and it's... most people don't agree with me on this. But I totally think it's true, and people just don't like to admit it, because they, you know, like... Then you'd have to admit that the things you hate are true. But, so I was streaming yesterday, and, like, amongst the other things that went wrong, one of the things that, like, I should be over, like, I'm a person on the internet, you should be able to criticize anything you want about me. Do you dislike my hair? Do you dislike my phone? I have a Samsung, you know. Don't you hear that makes me basically poor for not having an iPhone? I mean, not even basically poor. Just make sure, I mean, like, the only reason you'd ever, you know, like, whatever you want to criticize about me, feel free to, right? You know, like, it's not nice, but, you know, I can't be the guy who's like, no, you can't do it, because it's mean. It's really mean, and I don't like mean things. I'm gonna go put some stone away, and I'm gonna grab the buckets. I'm gonna deal with the lava that way, by the way. But, the thing is, like, the few criticisms that will actually hurt me, like, again, insult my hair, phone. Apparently the phone thing got people on way bigger tangent than anything else, but, like, insult anything about me, like, sure, whatever. You know, it's not nice, but you can do it. And, like a lot of things in the world. But, one of the things that by the way, I took all the dirt out and put it in its own chest, in case you're curious where this all came from. But one of the things that I've always contended is true is if there's, like, the things that hurt the most are the things you, like, kind of secretly think are true. And by that, I mean, like, you know, okay, when people, you know, like, again, insult this or you like, when people insult my microphone right now is not as good as it could be. I have a really great XLR microphone at home, and I've got, like, a perfectly auto-controlled room. Here it's a tiny bit of echo. You might hear it if you pay attention. I hate that. Here it's extra loud. It just, like, and even when I get really close to the microphone, trying to make it better, it just gets worse. Somehow it gets worse. I don't understand how. So I've tried a billion times. People just go, oh yeah, your mic sucks. I'm like, oh, you're right. And that's why it hurts. It hurts because you secretly think they're right. It's like, I don't know, what's an example? You know, like, you can say that I'm really tall. I'm 5'9". I think a lot of people consider that short, actually. Like, but to me, like, I don't consider that short at all. That is literally the average in the UK. I think it's maybe half an inch above the average or something. Like, I literally the average. So if you call me short or tall, not really so insulting. Maybe short get me, because, like, I remember I met someone online dating once. So she actually became a girlfriend, but, like, so the first time we met, she's just like, oh, you're shorter than I was expecting. It's like, well, that's great. Somehow we ended up dating, so Shows how bad I am at making decisions about this sort of stuff. Also, I thought there'd be more buckets here, but there's literally just 3. There's gotta be more in here though, right? Okay, no, there is 4 buckets. This is not very... Why are there only 4 buckets? So there... I've got to have left... No, I literally filled them up perfectly last time. Which is usually great, but it means for now. That's actually a genuine problem in its own way. But that's fine. We'll just take 4 buckets and then fill those up, and then the rest will just turn into obsidian. Yeah, this is kind of wasteful. But you know what else is wasteful? But yeah, so that same thing, like the whole like, if you speak to someone who like, you know, some people have a complex about their height or their weight or about how they look. You know, like one that used to hurt for a really long time is like the acne thing. I was like, oh, I don't even like to like say the word. You know, like that the word acne like physically makes me or like I'd say it's like much better now. But like I was like, you know, if you mention that, basically dead to me. You know, like not very useful. You know, like system or strategy or policy, but like for at one point that was like the thing that got me. And nowadays, like, you know, I've seen every physical insult in the book. The way I can see things is also thank you, Mr. Slippery Luma. But the thing that really surprises me, should we just make 10 buckets with our 30 iron that we apparently have? I guess we should. It just feels mildly wasteful. I guess we need the lava for the furnaces anyway, so yeah, let's do it. Why not, right? Why not? It's a great reason to do almost anything in life. Hello there, yes cat. First tax, hope Susan enjoys KFC. With only £2, that means she gets 60p. She can only buy a single hot wing. She's gonna have a bad KFC tonight, but thank you very much. I'm glad. I love seeing the reference, Mr. Octoman Uno. I like when it's shot. I know, like, one of the things that does genuinely make me I don't have to be like, I guess, insecure about it, is like on YouTube, you are constantly like, you know, flowing through new people here, there. You know, someone who's like, I like stability, a sense of loyalty, like in anyone that you like, you know, like when someone you like is like not there anymore, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of sad. And like on the internet, you get that a lot. So it's nice. You're like, that's the opposite of like the thing I was saying, where like you said something that was specifically nice for me. Also, thank you very much, Mr. Oh no, why did that happen at just the time I decided to look? No. Okay, I swear, the exact moment I decided to look at who became a member, Arcticle, by the way, I got attacked by a spider, so I couldn't play the game. What? See, this is why. This is one of the few downsides of playing Windows 10 with a controller versus a console. There's much better performance. Also, why are we collecting llamas? Much better performance, but the downside can be pretty serious, as it turns out. Can be pretty darn serious. So I guess we should scoop up the lava, but I don't even really... I guess this would be the first logical place to start, right? Like, just scoop it up. Do we have 3 more spaces? We have exactly 3 more spaces. And now we'll take these buckets up, deal with them, and then smelt up some stuff. What should we even smelt up, honestly? I genuinely don't know. Also, Tucat, you replied to my toilet on Twitter. That's nice. Also, thank you, Octical, for the Norwegian crowns. I love Norway. I've been, like, legitimately looking into moving there. Obviously, right now, it's, like, impossible. But, like, it's, like, one of those countries on the short list for, like, places I could live happily ever after, perhaps you could say. Obviously, America's been bumped up there recently, but we're, oh god, there's just a mess in here that makes this kind of tricky. So what do I do with all these buckets of lava? I guess we throw them in here. No, I guess I should make okay, not in here. Furnace fuel and lava buckets. I mean, lava buckets and leather. Now there's a little bit of a shortage for other things, but that's for future me to deal with. Current me has much. Oh wait, we could fill up our lava bottle thing. We have a lava, I don't know what to call it actually. Like a lava potion bottle. Let's go fill that up now. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Or let's fill that up later and forget about it for now. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's forget about things for as long as we can. Do. Thank you very much to Mr. Octoman Uno for becoming a channel member. Water can fix mess. That's the beautiful truth of the universe, isn't it? Any mess can be fixed with enough water. Or can it? Can it really? But no, certain comments like hurt. more than you like, and I think the reason they hurt the most is because like not because they're true, but because you're sensitive to them. Most likely because they're true. Like you think that they might be true. Like again, when someone insults me saying I'm short or tall, I'm like whatever. If you say that I'm like, you know what's there's a lot of insults like that that'll get me nothing. Hey, thank you, member train. I love it very much. I don't actually see who becomes a member anymore while I'm here, but thank you very much, Mr. The Nothing, for joining them. This is crazy. Thank you. What a weird little wacky member train. The cool thing about members is like there's like actual benefits to like the whole channel when you do that whole thing. Like, oh yeah, we get more emoji slots and stuff like that. And don't we all love emoji slots? You better believe we do. Why would being called tall be insulting, instead SB on 5? I guess as a guy, you don't get too much of it. But like, especially like when you're younger, people are like, oh, you're such a lanky... I don't know if lanky's even a word people use in America, but like, it is like used as an insult, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it is a real thing. Like, you can insult any way which people deviate from the norm, you can make something insulting about it. You know, like we have a very... That's one of the few ways we keep our society vaguely... is the word heterogeneous? Like, it's one of the ways we like keep some form of like conformity across society, right? But anyway, the point I was trying to say is that like the things that already hit you are the things you think are true. That's why the microphone comments will make me go like, you know what, you're probably right, and that's why during the speedruns, like I love interactive chats while I speedrun because I prefer, the thing I like about these streams is hanging out, talking, doing whatever, you know, homogenous. I was going for like heterogeneous, right? Oh no, it would be homogenous, not heterogeneous. But anyway, with the thing I was trying to say, hey, how did a creeper even spawn there? But yeah, the thing about like, you know, like when I was speedrunning and I'm trying to interact with chat, so I have to read the chat because that's what I like to do. It's actually really bad, the speedrunning. It means I'm not gonna get great times and stuff. But sure, I was having fun with it. But the thing I kind of find interesting is that it's like, you know, like people say like, oh yeah, this is super slow. Like, you know, this isn't even a speedrun to a cat. And I don't know if those people are being serious or if they're joking or whatever. But the thing that like hurts is like, I'm like, yeah, this is awful. It's been 13 minutes. I'm not in the Nether. The world record is 13 minutes right now. What the heck has gone wrong here? And I'm just like, oh, so what do I do now? Do I stick with my bad run, or, you know, like, what do we do about it? And the answer's like, oh, there aren't really great answers to that one. Besides, just be sad. That's the easiest answer. What do we do about it? We just, you know, like, and I know, like, when you're in like a high stress situation, your ability to like deal with it, play it off, be like, haha, that's funny, is like kind of less too. And what I'm trying to say with all of this is that, you know what, I think the biggest reason speedruns work for me is because like I want to interact with chat too much. The best way is just to not, just like when something interesting that you want to talk about happens, do that. But I love having dumb conversations about like, you know what, let's talk about how hydration is so important. Let's talk about how, you know, like, what do we talk about? Like how certain comments can hurt you more and certain ones don't. Let's talk about, is water even tasty? I mean, I think water is tasty. Everyone out, like, so many people insist water has no taste, but I'm like, no, there's a good taste to this water. Speedrunning for fun and not a record needs to be more normalized. See, but if you speedrun without a record in mind, is it speedrunning or is it just doing something fast? Right? You feel me? Like, I kind of see the logic of looking at someone being like, I'm not going to be like a troll who goes in and says that, but like, if I saw a stream and I'm like, they're speedrunning, but they're doing it so horrifically slowly, it's like, why am I watching that? I think on YouTube especially, Rocky Mountain filtered water. My personal opinion is bottled water never has like a great taste to it. The greatest taste the bottled water, actually bottled water is an example of like neutral taste. It tastes like nothing. If your bottled water tastes like something, I think they're doing something wrong. I think one of the opinions I hate is like bottled water having different tastes to each other. I think they have very minor different, like, I don't want to call it mouthfeels, but like textures almost. Like you're like, oh yeah, this one's more of an... I guess it is a flavor, like earthy water. But like, they're very minor flavor differences, right? Like, people who like to pretend like it's such a huge thing, it's like, yeah, maybe you should slow down on that. Also, there's water in the ceiling somewhere around here. Let's use that water to make this into obsidian. Also, we've got bats in this cave. I guess we could just use the water we already have over here. Just, there we go. Take that out. Let it fill over, and then we'll use this to get more and more. I think we can still get mine at full speed. Yeah, okay, it's scary though. It's very scary. Something went weird there. I didn't like that entirely, but it's fine. Water is tasty. I'm addicted to water because you talk about it so much. Also, how far will you travel to get the... Well, you have to travel to get the new train generation, says Lorenzo. I know you're not Lorenzo, but you're my Lorenzo. And that's what matters. Lorenzo, too. 2S. Wait, what is it actually? It's Lorenz 42S. But Lorenzo, my good pal Lorenzo, what I'd like to, read the thing to make people drink water, please. Drink water, please. Everyone should drink water. But the travel distance for like cave update stuff, it's gonna be long. Like I actually have a map of my world, what's been explored and what hasn't, and it's such a weird one. I think I might put it out there as like a weird piece of trivia or something. But yeah, like you know, people who are curious about this sort of stuff. Although actually, you know, I should probably wait till the Let's Play World goes out for download in the next like few weeks. Like in case you're curious, the Let's Play World is like in Microsoft's hands right now, about to go out there. Also, Ultimama, thank you very much. How are you doing today? I am doing great today. Thank you for asking. See, I make up my own questions. Oh wow, Ultimama, thank you for the £5 super chat. You're wondering secretly, you know, you want to know my thoughts on quesadillas? Wow, they sure do be tasty. No, I had a quesadilla that I heated up from like 3 days ago today, and it was really great. You know, it was wonderful, and I'm glad that you wanted to know my opinions on them, because you definitely did. That is what you were super chanked to ask, and I'm glad I answered. But yeah, with that said, like man, it's cheese and it's tortilla and it's melted. Like melted cheese and anything is good, but this is like, you know, melted cheese and like sometimes you get like some steak or some chicken if you're lucky in there. Dunk it in some guac. Throw some jalapenos on there. You're not meant to throw jalapenos on there, but who's looking? But yeah, so something. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do the thing where I'm like, hey Americans, can you explain America to me? Because everything's confusing and weird. I got in a like. I don't want to say I got in trouble, but like every now and then, I make a mistake of thinking like, you know, okay, you know, no, I'm not. No tipping. I'm really not bringing it up. But it's like I feel like I've got this controversial opinion that like you should not, you're not, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be fast. Okay, wait, taxes. Let's get away from tipping with taxes, the other exciting topic we talk about too often that is literally interesting to no one. So I had to let what do you call it? I had to let Microsoft know, because Microsoft has to send me money for the map. This ultra hardcore search, the ultra hardcore survival scorched, UHS scorched. Anyway, so Microsoft had to send. Essentially, I think it's just ultra hard survival because hardcore doesn't exist yet. But anyway, so Microsoft had to like, you know, they have to work out how they're going to send me money, etc. Because then I have to work out how I'm going to send money to, you know, it's a whole thing. So anyway, so I was doing that this morning. I was actually doing taxes this morning. Boy, you think that, you know, like the life of a YouTuber is exciting, but wait till you see how many tax forms we get to fill out. Oh, a W8 Ben. Oh, moi. An 1155. What even is an 1155? Why is it called the W8 Ben? What does Ben stand for? Why am I filling out a form with a name? Anyway, so I was filling out forms this morning. Exciting tax forms. Oh, so great. And one of them, it was me like confirming to America that I wasn't an American citizen or an American resident, and that my business wasn't located in America or derived all of its income from America. Which is kind of complex actually, because like my business derives all of its income from a Canadian company, but then that Canadian company gets all of its business from an American company. It's just like, ooh, that feels like a form of tax fraud if you explain that out loud, doesn't it? But anyway, so It's just like YouTube pays a company who. Anyway, so like they're just wondering like about my business because like America is like such a bureaucratic country in terms of like how much they want to know that you're not doing a thing, and you are in the top 5%. If you are, you don't have to pay taxes. One thing I always love, like I think it's very interesting whenever like the one benefit of talking about presidential taxes or whatever is like looking at it and being like, okay, how does this really work? You know, like, and the crazy. Okay, no side tangent. We'll get back to you. I must admit, there's something about the welcome back whenever I watch your videos. Water is amazing. Chat, don't forget to drink it sometimes. Hey, thank you, Doorbell Prod. I am glad to welcome you back after such a long time away. I feel like, I sometimes, I guess it's nice, the idea of like, enough people coming back to them after some amount of time. Maybe that's something I should... one of the things that's kind of scary about being on YouTube long enough is that the majority of people that you probably will reach are people who have already watched at some point and stopped watching. And I think that's so scary. Like, one of the comments I hate that I know, like, not for any valid reason. It's like that whole... This just, like, plays on my biggest fear. Or not my biggest fear. Like, it plays on a fear I have or whatever. But, like, one of the comments that, like, really, like, burns me on the inside is, like... People who say like, oh yeah, Toy Cat, I used to watch your videos so much insert number of years ago, or like when I was 13, and like that was like 5 years ago for them. Or so the weirdest one is when people go like, I used to watch your videos when I was 7, man, and it's like, how old are you now? That doesn't make any sense. Like what were you doing watching those videos when you were whatever? Anyway, so water is important unless you're like me and have an extra kidney. I haven't had anything to drink other than soda in a year. It says Jojo Momo 2010. So I'm not your medical doctor. So you should definitely be trusting actual diagnoses over random internet comments from a guy who definitely doesn't understand even how a kidney works. Something about, pee and blood. Maybe pee in the blood. Maybe. Being a member for a year, you can't get rid of me. Mwahahaha. Wait, you have the diamond cat now? Autie Mama? Oh, you totally do. Wait, if you hover over... Oh, it doesn't say it, but if you look next to Autie Mama's name, it's got a diamond cat now. I think the only one left to get is the emerald cat, if that exists. Unless the emerald cat is 6 months. Wait, can you tell me right now? You're the... Like, I should be the expert on my own emotes, but obviously I'm not. Were you gold at 6 months, cat? Or were you diamond? I want to know. What rank comes in what order? I'm so curious, I frequently purchase drinks from the... Oh, oopsie. Shouldn't have read that one out. But yeah, I feel sorry for Stampy. 97% of the comments. Yeah, the two guys I feel for, like the big ones in the console community were like Stampy and Squid or whatever. And then like, not only did they kind of fall off before it died, but then Minecraft console kind of stopped existing as a concept. And so literally, like, I even see, like, there are regular posts, like, the top post on Reddit the other day was, like, gold for 6 months. Also, it is emerald for 2 years. That, I'm excited to see when, I'm very excited to see. And I think there's only, like, a couple of people right now who even have those as a thing. Also, green is 3 years. It's 3 years to get green? Are you sure? Also, hey, Diamond Cats. Good to see you, G-Bay and Silica. How are you doing today? How does a kidney work? Let's find this out live. Let's go on a learning adventure, shall we? Or, how about we don't go on any learning adventures, and instead we stay at home where it's safe. See? Me sending pandemic messages. You proud of me? Yeah, staying at home is good, people will tell you. Unless you're doing it wrong, in which case they'll tell you it's bad. Unless you're doing it right, in which case it's good again. There we go. I hope that made perfect sense to everyone. So I'm going to throw another bucket of lava in here, and I'm going to bring a water bucket down with me. So that should be easy. Just take this bucket out. Throw this bucket in, and pray that it doesn't activate in the next 2 smelts. What do you reckon? Do you think it will activate, and I'll have wasted a whole bucket of lava on one piece of iron? Chat, guess now. Will the lava bucket activate, or not? Oh, are you going to be right or wrong, chat? I need to know. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Okay, if you guessed this, then you guessed correctly. Good job, friends. I hope your day is better than mine, says PN. See, I know that that's like, that's like code. Whoa, I need to fill this up with water. I know that's code word for like, I had a bad day. It's like, it's a polite way to put it. But the way what I want people to start doing is like, I had such a great day. I hope yours is better than mine. Let's aggressively fight to see who can wish the best day on other people. Sounds a bit too polite for me, actually. But also, yeah, I need to run through these caves and light up the entire things. That could be fun. Should we do that? Place some torches, make some fun stuff happen. Maybe we should. Or maybe we should ignore everything and get back to mining. Oh, actually, free diamond. Isn't it crazy? This iron generated the moment I loaded up my world 8 years ago, and I only just mined it right now. Like, isn't there something a bit wild about that? To me, there is. So yeah, we're gonna actually do this just because having mobs spawn and knock me into lava is genuinely frustrating and kind of a waste of not only time but also like energy and everything like that. Also, I think I should block this up with stone so it's less ugly. That's my feeling. Or glass. Stone or glass, you'd have to pick. Also, Emerald is 2 years, says Dirty Benhenium Hollow. Thank you. Also, thank you, Jojo Momo. And March 3258. Can I have your organs? Oh yeah, sure. No, one of the weird things about being like, I speak about this every now and then, and I don't know how to like, the people when I mention this, like, if you're thinking this and you're like, oh god, maybe that's me, you're the sort of person who can think, and therefore, like, it's probably not you. Although, unless you're thinking right now, therefore I can ask for Toycat's organs, or for Toycat to send me his stuff, and I was like, maybe not that. But like, I get people who like way over-assume our relationship together, which, like, by itself is like, fine and dandy and like, okay, sure, that's, like, parasocial relationships. I get it, like, whatever. But like, sometimes there are people who are like, oh yeah, so now that we're such great friends, Toycat, we must be great friends because we hang out every day when I watch your videos. And, like, it's never the people who are actually, like, super supportive, by the way. Like, to me, it feels like the sort of friend who'd be really toxic and do nothing for you, but then demand everything in exchange. But it's like, wow, I watch all of your videos, and, because I watch an ad before them, it's basically like I am single-handedly responsible for everything you ever do, and therefore, if you turn down my request, you are a monster. By the way, can you send over a capture card? I'd like to make my own videos. Which is so many levels to that, right? First level is like, okay, you're assuming we're good enough friends to send stuff. Second of all, you're asking for something worth a lot of money. You're effectively asking me to pay you in exchange for the, the tenth of a cent ad that you watched at one point, sure. And then the third level is like, but you're also saying, oh yeah, I want to make my, like, it's like something competition, right? Like, oh yeah, I want to make the same thing you do, but I reckon I can do it better. And that, and then on that same level, it's like, oh, so you're also saying you think you can do a good job of that. And what I'm trying to say here is, I wonder if, like, people like that exist, because, I don't have many, I try to avoid too many human interactions. Humans are a mess sometimes. I prefer hummus to humans, is my high-quality opinion. But, no, I find, some people, they're really close to YouTubers because they watch them, while in reality, they're just making videos. Like, we're making videos for an audience, right? Like, you are part of that audience. Like, you are even helping to shape, like, your views via algorithms and magic and stuff are shaping those videos. But the scary thing is when people are like, and they're...
Are you doing anything for Halloween? I'm going to be a plague doctor and roam the streets ominously.
See, a plague doctor is like, oh god, what happened, by the way? Oh, I mined a block I shouldn't have mined. Oopsie. Thank you very much, Young Bagels. I love your username. One more time. Second of all, what am I doing for Halloween? So, I'm in America, like, I'm in America right now, and one of the things that, like, there's a lot of things from American media that apparently are real, like going to, like, a pumpkin patch and, like, going on a maze or, like, going on a farm ride or some dumb stuff. I don't know why Halloween is, like, such a commercialized season, but I want to do some of that stuff. I don't know how much of it is available in the pandemic. I also think, like, I'm doing something spooky, maybe, like, spooky bar drinks things. Do you mean all 1389 if us aren't your best friends, says Chantalix Lee? Oh, no, you individually are my best friend, and everyone else here, they're just the losers I'm hanging out with because You know, like they're just showing up. They're the people I don't want to be. It's just you and me, Chantal. I mean, it's just you and me, Darlacanium. I mean, it's just you and me, Cody. I mean, it's just you and me, that Domino guy. I mean, it's just you and me, Loyal Black 007. It's just me and you, Noah Zhang. Me and you. No one else is here. Also, me and you, John Bunch, and me and you, Meepy Studios, and me and you, Deleted Channel. Also, Bob the Fish. Just me and you. Everyone else here, they're a poser. I had to make up liking those other people because I like you, Jay Sparsky, and Justin Shepard. Everyone else, it's not you. You know, you're. But like, you know, I kind of get it on a level because in real life friendships, okay, I hate to say this because someone's gonna realize that their friends don't like them, and you know, it's probably not true. Your friends probably love you a lot, but in real life friendships, there are totally like the people who are like each other the most, and then there's people where it's like, I don't dislike them, and it's too awkward to send them away. You know how in relationships, like I've always had the opinion of like, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone, be all the way in, or wow, it could have just ended at me being your best friend. I mean, that's how it did end, Chantal. I just had to make it look like everyone else wasn't my best friend, but it's really me and you. I mean, sorry, Rhino X. Anyway, I'm a poser determined to stop Toy Camera interacting with his true best friends. The thing I find super interesting is that it's like that happens in real life, right? Where people are like, oh yeah, everyone else here is just kind of, you know, they're kind of the second tier, the people fillers. Like in real life, people who have groups of like 8 friends or more. Wait, people who have groups of actually no, 8 friends or more. Even 7 I'd say is too many. Because in the UK, we had restrictions of like, oh, don't gather in groups more than 6. And it's like, you know, who was gathering in groups more than 6? I would have loved if I did have a group more than 6 people. I'd love to be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's the law. We legally can't hang out with you. I'm so sorry. I want to so no one actually likes every group of like when you have 8 or more people. My theory, maybe I'm wrong because I'm so introverted and I just hate human beings so much. But my theory is that oh god, we have a mess to deal with. Let's throw away the arrows because I've got too many of those, as well as the bow because like it's a bow. You better make a cave update video today or else, says Talk to Chimp. I guess I'll release this live stream when it's done. That's basically a video. Also, thank you, Neat Piano. Do appreciate it. Also, wait, did I get another tip from Yumbe? Oh wait, oh no, it's the same one. I'm crazy. But yeah, I love your Plague Doctor idea. I saw a funny comment that was like, you know, we're gonna have to change the phrase "avoid it like the plague" because the plague came and no one's avoiding it. Obviously, that was back when we thought it was a plague. Although maybe that means like retroactively we're kind of right about that one. Like, oh yeah, people aren't avoiding the plague. It's like, well, it's not a plague, and that's why people aren't avoiding it. But anyway, alternative title: making the cave update before the cave update. I think that would be such a cool project idea. Like, I'm totally making a house here. Maybe I should make my house in a cave. Yeah, we should make like some stalactites, some stalagmites, some. Like, let's make a new thing. Bruh, he's on a realm. Did you only know I was on a realm to, like, just now? The only way you can tell is because of the feed, right? And this little picture button. Oh god, what did I just do? What did I just do? What am I up to? Proving I'm on a realm. I'm on a realm, yeah. How do I, what happens when I share? It's being uploaded, that's nice. Yeah, I think, wait, I'll make my same house, but in a cave. That is such a good idea that I, like, basically already meant, but, like, I'll make it a new cave. Like, I'll look at the screenshots and, like, kind of work on it that way. But yeah, new video idea, I made the cave update in real life. Man, that'd be fun. I'm so bad at, like, singing all this. Like, the problem with Pigstep is because it's got, like, the 2 different things. You gotta, like, sing along to one, but, like, they're both so iconic you can't pick one. It's like do 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 do. You know, like it's hard, is what I'm trying to say. Has to have the standard red bed. You better believe it's gonna. Do I have bricks over my world somewhere, or do I have to work that out later? I'll work it out later. For now, I will bring a door though. I think I put the doors in here, right? Yeah, we've got a door, a singular door. That's great. I'll take that with me. I'm gonna need that later. I'm gonna appreciate having that. So let's throw all of the stone away, maybe the coal ore also. Iron goes in here, although not yet, because otherwise we're going to have some problems. String and slime balls and all that garbage goes in here. Easy stuff. And then, oh, we just have so much garbage, don't we? Just too much garbage. This is the problem with mining gravel. Like, who wants gravel? No one wants it. It just exists, and then people pretend that they're okay with it, when they're not. Really, they're resentful for even coming to the game at all. And, okay, we got some spare slots for some stone. Let's do this. Also, yeah, we're starting to pick up a bunch of obsidian, so I guess that'll go on this chest. That's Blackpool. It looks so much like obsidian on my screen, because I guess I don't have my brightness turned up high enough. Maybe I should turn my brightness up higher, huh? Let's see if I can do that right now, actually. Function, brightness up. Oh, it gets so much brighter. Oh, I can see my colors so much easier now. Okay, no, Blackwall still looks like obsidian. I just, like, up my brightness like crazy, and it still looks pretty much the same. But yeah, my sorting system is 200 double chests of random garbage. That's Blaze Warrior 17. See, you say that as a joke, but I legitimately think that's my storage system, except I have it over about 3 or 4 different places as well. So I have to move between garbage sorting systems. Some would say that's bad, but I would say those some are offensive human beings who are bad, and therefore I can commit violence against them. I always mix up Blackwall and Obsidian. Like, they look so similar. Like, am I insane here, or do they literally, like... I'm gonna turn up my brightness, like, to the max. Yeah, even at max brightness, I cannot, I physically cannot tell what is happening there. Well, you know, we tried our best, right? That's what matters. We're just gonna have to, like, look every time. Or I could go put my black wool away. I think that'd be the more logical solution. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna put the black wool back in the chest. Hey, Patricia Hander!
Family has experienced some good fortune, and you helped me get through some disturbing times in the past several months. So here, buy yourself something nice. You deserve it. Oh, and I have never been bothered by your sound quality.
Hey, that's nice to hear. So first of all, I want to say thank you very much. Okay, you know what? There's something nice. I meant to just say, I'll buy something nice with it. I'm gonna buy something dumb with it, but that's like my version of something nice. Like, it might even be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy... Oh, wait, I haven't uploaded the video yet, but I found some 99-cent shrimp cocktail. I love, like, from in America, prawns are called shrimp. I love that. There's some real dumb things that I'm gonna buy with your $50. Thank you very much. Oh, $35 or whatever. Thank you very much, Patricia Hander. I'm not a poser, you are, says Poppy. You know what? What if we're all posers in disguise? That doesn't make sense, but I'm saying it anyway. But no, thank you very much, Patricia. And thank you very much, Poppy. How are you both doing today? Separately. You know what? No one gets to do anything today. You're all doing terribly today. It's pandemic season. Wow, aren't you? There's no fun allowed to be had. Instead, we will have to mourn aimlessly, endlessly. Them's the rules. Let's please stick to them. So, a dumb thing to buy for $50 would be 5,000 cents. 5,000 cents is worth significantly more than $50 right now because of the change shortage, right? So, that would actually be a pretty smart investment, and therefore it wouldn't be a dumb thing to buy. Checkmate, friend. The UK is burning. Yeah, I do hear about that every now and then. It makes me feel slightly better being, out elsewhere. I know, I really want the UK to be a great place to live. I really do. But it seems as though a lot of people either disagree with that or have disagreements about what they think is a perfect place to... You know, whatever is what I'm trying to say. Rub it in. Off the casino for you. I have been playing a bunch of... Hello. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Did you get me some tuna?
I did. Do you want it?
Let me see it. Yeah, I'm streaming, by the way. Oh my god, that's so much food. Did you really get like a whole box that big? That's insane. Yeah, pasta. You know what? Is it warm? Give me a like little plastic fork and I'll like nibble at it.
Okay.
See, it's crazy. Who is that girl, says Miguel Saucedo. Who's that girl, Nicole? Girlfriend is the response you got. Are you playing on your MSI laptop that you got earlier? So first of all, it's Acer actually. Second of all, I'm gonna be very careful. I'm gonna use some very choice words here. Thank you for the thought. Oh, Christ. What lit me on fire?
Ew, I touched tuna.
Oh yeah, you can put that in the fridge then.
Okay.
Thank you. You're very nice.
I love
I love you too. You and your GF are very cute. Says terracotta cute. See? Sorry? Aw. Yeah, my girlfriend tries not to be on camera. If you're curious as to why we're like whispering and whatnot. Wife material. Victor Smirnov thinks you're wife material. She thinks she's wife material too.
No.
That's pretty full of herself. I'm gonna unwife her now because of that one. What did you actually say? Oh, you like okay. Oh, that's clever. She was saying I do like let's get married. That's very great. This is even cuter than Minecraft bees. The one problem with Minecraft bees is they're just not big enough, right? Like they're just so small, it's unrealistic. Like why are they not 5 by 5 blocks wide? That's how big they are in the real world. No, it's the whole of the USA. Tokat's GF is a poser trying to prevent him from interacting with his chat wives. Right? She doesn't even pay me monthly for our relationship. Can you believe that? Can you believe that she actually wait, she pays my electricity bill, so she doesn't even pay me outside of that though. Like she doesn't pay me for my love. She pays my electricity. What a monster, am I right? Like, what's up? What do you want? Okay. Ugh. It's okay. I hate you. I love you more. Your relationships are so cute. You say relationships plural. I'd love to know what you mean by that, Mr. Lefty Dog 731. What have you done for her lately? I don't know. I moved to the country in the world which does not want me in, and went in immigration detention for 3 hours. I think I get some points, some brownie points for that, right? So Cat's sleeping on the couch tonight for his mocking. No, this is a below average amount of mocking for that thing. Okay, so my sister ate some pasta and she didn't like eat it all because my girlfriend assistant ran for dinner. So I'm gonna quickly eat some pasta. Actually, this is like really tasty pasta actually. Wait, if we're gonna do Toy Cat Eats Pasta, we'll do Be Right Back and I'll pretend I'm not here. Look at my pasta. Do you want to see it, Ashley? It looks so gross. Like it looks like sloppy leftover pasta. And I guess that's technically what it is. Is this the one whose world you judge? Yeah, that's the one, Hexatron. Let's do some pasta review. There's some cheese, there's some chicken. See, the thing about pasta and cheese is you have to be really careful. There's like this perfect line where cheese helps versus hurts. Looks like regular pasta. I guess today I learned Americans have very messy pasta. Our gross day old pasta looks like your pasta. Entertain yourself, chat. You're not chat. If this is a friendship, why do I do all of the work? Tell me that, chat. Tell me that. This is legitimately tasty, actually. Get some tuna on that pasta. One of the most basic tasty things. I guess it's not big in America, probably. Get some pasta, get some tuna, get some mayo, combine them together, and what? You're living in Tuna Town. Nikki?
Yeah.
Is tuna pasta common in America?
Yeah.
She screamed because she was so shocked by the idea of pasta and tuna. Okay, I ate some pasta now. I'm rejuvenated, ready to go. Thank you for that pasta intermission. 6 people joined us while I was eating pasta, which tells me that one of the best live stream ideas I can have is just Toy Cat Eats Pasta all day. Oh yeah, Americans call it pasta. Pasta. So, my bad. Everyone... Pasta!
Pasta.
Pasta! That's how you're saying it, yeah. Anyway, why does your computer want me to reform the Soviet Union? That's a pretty normal question you have right there, Apple Noob 27. Tuna and macaroni is common in Louisiana. I like lobster macaroni. Like, actually, I don't. I like the idea of lobster macaroni. Yesterday, I went. I took my, we like as a best boss in the world gift. I took my assistant to dinner at like a pretty nice place, and it was like $29 for like lobster mac and cheese, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so good. And then it got there, and it's like macaroni and cheese with like lobster bits on top of it, and it was just like, it's good mac and cheese, but can you ever have mac and cheese that's worth $29? Plus, in America, $29 really means $35 because you have to tip the waiter, or you're really taking money away from them all. Whatever else. I'm the 631st person who liked, says April Van Pelt. Happy 631st like, Mr. April. Probably Mrs. April. Why is it that, like, of all the months, that's ridiculously expensive, says Shout Milo. Yeah, that's like, maybe I shouldn't do this because I don't. Like, I'm very lucky in that, like, I never worked for minimum wage. I worked below minimum wage for a very long time. And then, like, at some point it went, like, from drastically below to drastically above. But, like, the way I tried to measure my time is, like, okay, how many hours, how many hours of, doing a £8, wait, what is it in the UK right now? I think it's going up to 10 soon, but, like, I tried to judge it as, like, okay, I was making £9 an hour, £8.20 an hour or whatever. How many hours do I have to do for this? And it's, like, 4 hours of work for this, like, generic macaroni and cheese. It's like, seems a bit rough. How do you, I know this is a big question, and it's, like, big finance, like, maybe you're going to see this as a flex, because Toycat's like, yeah, I dropped $29 on macaroni and cheese. What about it? And really, again, like, $35 on macaroni. Actually, I think the tip was, like, I don't know, 14% or something, so, like, really, like, only $33. I got a steal on that macaroni and cheese. But how do you measure value? Like, how do you work out if something's worth it or not to you? Because a lot of people just go by feeling, and I feel like feeling is such a bad way. Like, if you want to, you want to push yourself outside your comfort zone with what you're buying and not buying, and you want to like reevaluate things that feel like they're good value, because they're often not going to be. It's £8.72, says Max Inder. I know it's going up every year, and like in my head, I know we're aiming for £10, but because of COVID, I think that's like probably going to be slowed down. So like pretty much any like thing that was guaranteed to be happening is like, who knows? I spent about 50 cents on mac and cheese. You're being scammed like that. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It was objectively bad value. You work out value of money. Yeah, but like, how do you work out if something is worth your money or not? Right. Issue if you like the food, if the waiters are good and special. But that's the thing. If you have like explicitly, or like this is a, it's not an argument I have like too much in real life, because it's an argument I have on the internet too much. We don't talk about tipping, but it's like, if you have explicitly awful service, like, took 2 hours to get everything done, kept getting the wrong drinks, and by wrong I mean like a Pepsi instead of a Diet Pepsi, or a Diet instead of a regular, like really like minor, but like, this is your job and you did it wrong kind of things. It's like, what do you tip then, right? And the conclusion that like made me feel like a monster, like this was like, my assistant was like, oh yeah, they did so bad, tip them 15%. And I was like, I'm gonna pick an arbitrary number between 10 and 15%. That's round. I think it was like, again, it was let's just say 12%, 13%. And I was like, but like, isn't it dumb and insane that it's still like, oh yeah, you still have to, or you're taking money away from them. And because you can never feel bad enough about a product that you want to rob the person who, did the thing to you, right? Now, that's the fundamental flaw when you have a system like this. Also, is it nighttime? Like, it feels really bright right now. Whatever, I'm crazy. It's probably raining outside, so it feels like nighttime, but it's daytime. I bet that is what's going on. How does the ladder go that fast? Something Bedrock. It's not raining. It's just really bright. I'm just a little crazy, I guess. That's fine. So we're gonna take one of my chests over to the main house. Actually, we'll take 2, and we'll empty them out because why not? I guess maybe 3. No, 2's fine for now. Just to keep things simple. And we'll also get rid of the black wool. But yeah, it's a real struggle when it's like, oh, what do you do with a bad situation? And the answer is like, you're meant to do nothing, right? Is it nighttime because it feels really bright? Logic. Yeah, I don't know how my brain. I said the words that were in my brain, but they don't make any sense when I say them out loud. I wonder how that happened. You know, we'll choose not to think about that one too much. Let's choose not to think about it. Also, should I take these chests with me? Are they done now? Nope, they've still got garbage in them. All the shulkers that you have are now useless because of pouches and 1.17. Okay, Zanzar. Actually, wait, before I respond to you right now, because there's a lot of things I want to talk about, and pouches, they're not called pouches, they're called bundles. Bundles are the thing I want to talk about most, because I've heard so many people with your exact same opinion that, like, you know, bundles are dead long, sorry, shulker boxes are dead long of the bundles. I want to make, like, a whole thing explaining how that's not true. Do you think I should wait till it comes out, or do you think I can explain based on what we know now? Because it, like, a lot of people are missing the very key thing, that you can fit a lot of stacks in a shulker box versus not just a lot of items. If you put 27 swords in a shulker box, or 27 different items in a shulker box, sure. But most people don't use them for that purpose. And that's why, to me, it seems like, yeah, it's actually pretty A-okay. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you disagree. Explain in a video for views. Yeah, right now, things are going really well in the chat. You know, maybe now's not the time to flex on all of yo. Here's your tip. I wasn't obliged to, but I wanted to tip anyway. See, but if I'm sitting there eating pasta, and you're like, Toy Cat, please could you, Toy Cat, sir, please could you at least say some words to the camera? And I'm like, no, give me some money. I want it anyway. But it's like, oh, and also, my electricity bill, guys. And it's like, I think there is one really nice part of tipping. The idea that, like, one of the big problems in the world, that, like, theoretically, this is only theoretically, is just by tipping, is that right now, your competency at your job doesn't determine how well you get paid. That is one of the ultimate evils in the world, to my opinion. Like, some people like to fix that by paying everyone the same amount, but to me that would compound the issue. Like, to me, I think your competency should be something you get paid for. I think if you're really, really good at a job, you should be better compensated than someone who does worse at that job. Right? That's my take. Maybe it may be my awful take. But I feel like, in theory, like, tipping fixes that. But I think something that should be so illegal that isn't, is, like, the idea, it's called tip share. Who invented it? And who let them get away with that? But, like, oh yeah, so you make money, and then people who don't get tipped get some of your money, so we can pay them less. And it's like, so you're taking, like, tips that people are giving explicitly to me, and then you're going to give them to strangers. At least with Susan's 30%, it's transparent. You know that's what it is, and you know if you sneak it over to me and over in the Streamlabs or in cash or whatever, it's fine. I made $7 in tips today on $75 of sales. Fun fact. See, is that high? If that was America, that'd be low, right? If they're in a country, is that high for you? Genuinely don't know. Toy Cat, where do you earn all your income? Says Nedak1. I'm pretty straight. I try to be very transparent about income, so the majority comes from YouTube. Right now, it's still the majority ad revenue. Certain months it goes like 75% YouTube ad revenue, and then like 25% tips on the streams. All the stream stuff combined, like memberships, tips, all that sort of stuff. So like I feel like, even though it's kind of random, I like the generosity factor. I feel like I'm doing a better job if when Patricia Hander comes in and is like, yeah, you help me this amount, I'm quantifying it. Versus like, if you just say, oh, hey Toy Cat, I like the videos, please send me a capture card. That that to me means you're telling me you like the stuff because you think that you think I'll give you something in return. Whereas when you're giving someone something explicitly, you're like, oh yeah, this is me doing the opposite. Like I think this is like I've heard from people I've spoken to, it's like something about not growing up with money, like so you can't have certain things. Like you appreciate if you're like, again, if you're either wealthy or you're like in a point where you just don't have to worry about money, then you never think about the fact that like, oh yeah, you might think about buying a gift as being more about the time and the effort of. But like to me, it's like, yeah, you are some of those financial resources that you could otherwise spend on other things. You're like, hey, Autimama, feel the pain. See, thank you very much, Autimama. I'm gonna eat some more pasta. Pasta's so good. So Kat, I love your content. Now give me your latest. No. But like, you know, and like, I think that's the reason I like it more. It's not, the financial element is like cool. And like, if you are a waiter, I understand you're probably getting paid very little. And it's not that it's just cool. It's like life or death or whatever. But I think there is theoretically a good system in there. It's just that as soon as we start like taking your money and giving it to other people, we lose the aspect of good system. And instead we get a system where you feel bad for not doing something. I want this to be clear right now. If you're watching the stream and you're not tipping me, do not feel bad. That is the default position. You tip when you want to support a thing that you like, or if you really, you want to show that in some way. That's cool. And even then, if you really like it, you're in a situation where like everything's real rough right now. Don't know if you're gonna make rent because you lost your job. No, don't. I'm gonna explicitly tell you. And if you want to, please don't. Tip on the stream. That is not advisable to me. But that is a system that I like. That is a system. I think almost anything I do, I try to build it that way, ideally, right? Like even the map thing. It's like, oh yeah, it exists. It costs this thing. You can get it with your Google Play rewards if you want to, or you can do that thing. Or if you think it's too much or you don't like the idea, you can not get it, and that's entirely okay. You can even, apparently, again, this isn't between me and you, this is between you and Microsoft. You can apparently get a refund if you hate it so much, or you pretend your child got it or something. I don't know how it works, but like, there's a good customer service aspect in there. Of like, I would hate so much, like, not just on like a moral level, but on like a day-to-day level, a job where like I had to scam people, or make people feel bad for the money. Like the charities that call up old people and make them feel bad until they donate money that they physically can't, right? Because they're like, oh, they're just gonna die to go to their kids otherwise. It's like that to me is like one of the bottom of the barrel things, like forcing people, trying to guilt people, trying to create negative emotions so you can get money is like the bottom of the barrel society. Whereas the ideal thing is you want to create positive emotions and then use those positive, work out a way to get paid for those positive emotions. Maybe I'm describing society like a serial killer right now. Maybe that's what all of this is. Or maybe Toy Cat's got something right. I don't know for sure. No one knows for sure. We're all working out as we go. And I get why like there is a downside of tipping in that like, it's really beneficial for those who get tipped the most, and it's not so beneficial for those. But whatever. Like I understand there's a whole thing going along with this, but it's interesting. Also, how do you feel about streamers that beg for tips as jack of all trades? Okay, so my instinct, because I have seen a lot of streamers like that, right? Where they're like, oh, guys, we've been streaming for like 30 minutes and we've only got $25 in tips. What's wrong with you? You don't enjoy this content? You don't enjoy hanging out with me? You're not giving me my... You monster, you piece of... like, insulting, denigrating people being like, oh, give me money, why aren't you? And like, I kind of get why, like, oh yeah, you feel like you've been doing a service for free. Or for 25, whatever amount of money. But it's like... And, like, sometimes they'll, like, denigrate the people. But like, you know what? You have money, clearly. You're hanging out here. Why won't you give it to me? And it's like, no. I think you should never... I think when it comes to begging for tips, it's like, you can do it, but I don't think it's effective. I don't think it's effective, and if it is effective, then I would not feel good about guilting people into giving me their money. And if those people feel good about it, I would love to know how and why. But that's my take. Thank you very much, Luke Glover. Hello, Toy Cat. I hope you're doing well. Wait, I got you. Hope you're doing well. I sent something cool. And also when you move back to the UK. In November, probably. Unless the country's on fire. And then maybe I'll move to Sweden or something. But most likely in November. That's the current target. At the very least. Let's put it that way. Also, why is it that Obsidian's so hard to see? Like, it always looks dark when you're looking at Obsidian. Even when there's a piece of lava right there. It's just, like, so messy and... I don't know what I'm saying even right now. Do you think you might do a Skywars stream soon? It's been a while since I did a Skywars stream, huh? Maybe it'd be fun to dive back into that. Oh, I see why I'd mind that before. But yeah, Luke Glover, I will 100%. Honestly, what's the most likely outcome for $5? I bought a tuna tartare for $5 today. I can actually probably show you. No, I'm not going to show you. No one cares about food as much as I care about food. Or a hand of $5 blackjack. You know, there's a lot of stuff happening here. But yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Luke Glover. Do appreciate you, or do I really? You know, maybe I appreciate no one. Maybe this is all a facade. Which I think is also a thing that you encourage. Like, the reason I kind of disliked American tipping culture as an outsider is because everything feels fake. The reason you think you feel like people are being nice to you in exchange for money, right? And that something about that feels off. But it's like everyone does their job for money anyway. Like when someone, you know, like the only reason, you know, do you think that the person that behind the counter at Arby's is doing it because they love Arby's so much? Or do you think that they're doing, you know, like, you know how jobs asked, like, so what makes you want to do this? And the answer is because I need money, because money is required for goods and services. Also, thank you very much. Okay, my thing is all messed up. I'm gonna fix it right now. Thank you very much. The resurrection. You earn every penny you get from our taxes. The UK government seems not to think so. But thank you very much. I'm glad you think that I earn it. I like to think that I do. But again, it's like, that's your decision to make, not me. Also, my Russia, here you go. Don't yell at us. I will yell at you all I like. Damn it! You know why are you not like your older brother? You probably have a sibling. Everyone has a sibling. Why aren't you like them? They're doing so successfully. I'm so mad at you, and the only way to alleviate it is with I don't even know what I'm doing here. What do you mean by it's a whole thing? I guess what I mean by that, like, it's one of my, like, everyone has, like, it's called, like, a trip phrase. Like, everyone has a phrase that they fall into by default. That was really weird, by the way. Everyone has a few phrases that they'll fall into saying by default. There's, like, a filler word. So in like, California, like, let's just say America, but, like, mostly California, it's like, so, like, I was speaking, like, to the bartender, like, and, like, I really like, I do that all the time, I swear. I catch myself and I hate it so much. Nope, I'm the only child, says Mother Russia. Well, you know what? Isn't it dumb that your non-living brother is more successful than you? Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? I guess he's not. I mean, like, I guess in an alternate universe, you might have a brother that's more successful than you. But, like, the whole alternate universe thing is a dumb way to address any question. So, you know, sure, you're in the good. In the good, that makes sense. Russia has lots of siblings after 91. Hey, Frozen Smoke. Oh, I got your joke. Very funny. But yeah, when I say it, like, so it's like it's kind of a trip phrase. Like, it's a thing I just fall into saying. Like, it's a filler. It's not even. It's kind of like that. Like, it's an easy phrase I say too often. If you like pay attention to your friends' speech patterns, and you should be paying attention to your friends anyway, so please do this. You'll notice things that they say too often and use incorrectly. Like, I don't know. I've got a friend. He's never going to watch this. He doesn't watch my videos. So hopefully, if you're watching this, I hate you. I hate your guts, Daniel. But anyway, so I've got a friend, and like he's a history student, and I guess he picked this up from doing history. But whenever we talk about anything that he knows, like that he's an expert on, he'll start it with, the thing you have to remember is, I'm simultaneously the most educated and least successful member of my family. Big oof. You know, you are proof that education is not success. And therefore, the thing you've got to do is get less smart if you want to get more money. Also, glad I finally caught a stream. It's been too long. Hey, hello to Tsushima. To Tsushima? Tsushima. 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 Hello, Sushi Roll. How are you doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. If you're curious about why it's been so long, I've been not streaming for a long time, especially while I've been in America. But I felt like I should be doing more streaming while I'm here, because streams are temporary, but videos are forever. I mean, streams are forever too, because they're in the unlisted live streams playlist. So that's what my, like, kind of goal is. Like, to kind of, I don't know what I'll do with videos, like, not cut back on them so much, but, like, have fewer, I guess, like, less of the focus is going to be that. And I'm going to try and stream every day that I can. Besides, like, I could, like, give you the list of dates I'm not streaming. Like, I'm flying to Hawaii, assuming it doesn't shut down. because like, and I'm getting like a COVID test. There's a whole thing going on with that. I'm flying to. There's like a few flights and travel things I've got planned that are gonna interrupt the daily stream things, but it's gonna be great. Also, Bob the Fish, another beat Minecraft with no food challenge, please. Man, I love the challenge idea so much. I just think the odds of pulling it off are so low, and maybe that's part of the fun. Like, but I always had it in my brain that it would be the best video when it was done, and maybe that was the wrong attitude to get on with it from. Beat Minecraft using only beetroot, says Ryan Hibbs. So I found this idea. Just my girlfriend was looking for my calendar the other day. I'm gonna eat some more pasta. Let's look at lava and eat pasta. What could go wrong? Nothing could go wrong. This is some weird pasta, actually. It's chickeny, it's cheesy, there's tomatoes, there's peppers. Maybe this is just normal pasta, actually. I guess this is like very restaurant pasta. No one ever makes this sort of pasta themselves. Put it on peaceful, no problem. I just realized I responded to a question about no food, and then I had like an intense urge to eat. That's very bizarre. I wonder how that happens. But yeah, I think maybe it's like warped goals or something. In Hawaii, they make you quarantine for 2 weeks. Right now, the way it is you quarantine for 2 weeks, or you do a coronavirus test, and if you're negative, positive, what do you want to be? I guess you want to be negative. I have the positive impression that I want to be negative. Anyway, but if you have a negative test, you can go, and that makes sense, I guess. Like, sure. The plane to Hawaii, therefore, is like one of the safest things you can be on. What happened to the speedrun from the other day? Says James Murray. Yeah, it kind of fell apart. I'm sorry about that. Mojang's uploaded a new 1.17 trailer 1 minute ago, says Liam Council. Okay, do I believe him or do I not? You know, I'll believe you right now. I'll fact check you, and if you're wrong, you can be like, you got me pranked. And it was so funny if you pull that off. Subscriptions. I think I'm subscribed to Minecraft. Oh no, you lied to me. Why'd you lie to me? I'm so heartbroken. I trusted you, and then what you did is you betrayed me. Why did you betray me that way? There's a video about the art of it from 6 hours ago. That's useful, I guess. And now you know why I have trust issues, Internet. Now you know. Okay, let's find my stream again. Where are you, stream? There you are, stream. What's the camera button in the menu? You can take a picture, and then you'll see it in your feed. So if you look in the feed here, you'll see like, okay, no, you don't see it. Benjamin Openshaw, thank you for the £2.30. And remember, once you said you get more money from Streamlabs than Super Chats, I love watching your videos. I hope you have a great day. Do you like fried chicken? So first of all, you remember correctly. I do, in fact, get paid more from, like, as a percentage, I guess. Because 100% of Streamlabs is going towards me. Whereas YouTube takes 30%, which is we would like to get paid money because this is our platform and we make you, we own you, what are you going to do about it? You know, kind of fee. So, the actual question you're asking there. So first of all, you nailed it. Good job. Like the memory. Benjamin Openshaw. With memory like that, you're going to go far. Or you're going to get very well educated and not go very far anyway somehow. But as far as do I like fried chicken? I like fried chicken, but I feel like... Actually, you know, something about my brain... Like, I feel like I'm a pregnant woman or something. Since I've been in America, I've been so overwhelmed by good food that, like, my normal, like, taste sense of, like, what's good and bad has, like, gone out the window. Haven't wanted sushi a single time. I'm staying next to, like, this incredible, like, amazingly rated sushi place, and I'm like, eh. And every time I see fried chicken, I can't imagine myself eating it. Like, maybe just, like, there's so many other fun ways to make chicken in America that aren't garbage. Because, you know, like, grilled chicken is, like, it's boring, you know? It's what you eat when you're sad and you want to prove that food is worthless. But, like, in America, like, there's some chicken in this pasta, and wow, it'd be tasty. I'll have a bit by itself, actually. Even the way it's cooked itself, it's good stuff. No, go eat proper food. Are you saying that fried chicken is not proper food? Wait, is proper food? I'm actually not sure what you're saying. But, yeah, every day I just wake up and I'm like, I want this type of food. And then there's like 100 options off it, and I just go like, find the best one. Is it chlorinated? The funny thing about chlorinated chicken, right? It's a big dispute between the UK and the US. And by dispute, I mean amongst some like newspapers or something. Is like there's actually no like health downsides to chlorination. It's just there's like welfare concerns, like because if you can chlorinate it, you don't have to look after your chickens as good, and therefore the question is like, should you be able to have extra clean standards if those clean standards will lead to you being less clean as a result? Like think of it this way, right? If you personally had an antidote to corona, you would have no fear of catching it yourself, right? Or you shouldn't do. And therefore you might be more likely to catch it and spread it or something. And therefore, like, we should not give you the antidote. I guess that's a vaccine or something. I don't even know. You know, this is a bad analogy. Let's talk about other things, friends. To get to my dad. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Hello, Mr. King Shadow. I don't know if I am your dad. It'd be nice if I was. Honestly, I've never said this on the internet because I feel like someone's gonna give me a hard time for this opinion. I wish I had kids. Like, I don't want to have kids like that are in my life. I want to have the sort of kid that you see like once when they turn 14, and like, you know, I guess what I'm saying, I'd be like a great uncle. I want to have like human beings that like care about my thoughts, and like value them in some way. But I don't want to have like, you know, like looking after the thing, big mess. Not knowing that like my DNA is out there somewhere. That sounds cool. That's the bit that I'm on board with. Go out for smokes, says Ultimoa. Right, that's all I want to do. That's the part of That's the part of fatherhood I'm excited for. Like going out for a pack of cigarettes. You know, actually, I was gonna say I've never smoked before. Never been addicted to smoking before. Never enjoyed smoking before. Maybe I could find, you know, maybe if I become a dad, that'll be a thing. I'll be your child, says PN. I feel like there's a big no-no to offering to be someone's father on the internet. I feel like there are people that call me father all the time, and that is a concerning subsect of the IBX Toycat fanbase. This is a message to his girlfriend, by the way. Me and my girlfriend talk about kids every now and then. Like, I love that wait, is this private information? Yes, but I'll share it anyway. I really like having a girlfriend who's like against like children, because usually, like, you know, as the guy, you're the guy who's like, you know, this is a £250,000 investment and it does pretty much nothing for us besides complain about being born, and you know, that's all I do. And it's like, you know, would it be better if we just didn't do that, huh? And so that's like my kind of like basic thoughts were like, yeah, I have to be the guy who says that. Well, they're like, oh, but they're so cute. And it's like, you don't make £250,000 cute decisions. You know, like, oh, I think that Mr. IBX Toycat's so cute, I'm going to donate a £250,000 to, like, and that's a low estimate. Once you include the costs of like education, if you intend to pay that, obviously, it goes up like, you know, to 400,000. It's like, you know, is that a real good idea? Children are not cute. Right, children are the least cute animal. If you want something cute, get a baby koala. If you want something cute and legal, get a kitten. They're so cute. Oh, I've got a friend who just had kids, and like, oh my god, they just also got a cat. The cat is so much cuter. The cat is so much cuter. Like, I don't know how anyone could not see that either. Like, you know, there's a reason cat pictures all over the internet. How many times do we see baby pictures? We see baby videos sometimes, but like, and even then I'm like, get out of it. Now they're super cute and funny. I have a kitten. My kids are better. See, I think you've got a defective kitten. That's what I reckon, Oli Mama. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there's definitely like probably gonna be some cute moments because like, oh, you're like, oh, it's like a real human being and not just a drain on my resources. But I think it's a very expensive gamble, you know. Like, if I can't bet £250,000 on a blackjack table, which you literally physically cannot do, even if you bring your even if I could get that in cash, I could get someone to advance me my next 20 years of wages or like whatever. Even if you can do that, it's like, oh yeah, no casino will take that risk because even they don't want the risk that you win. Like obviously they'd like for you to lose, but it's risky for them. I like cats better than myself, says Verigil. You know what? I like cats better than you two. I hate that. So every now and then someone goes to me like, "Toy Cat, did you just laugh at your own joke?" Yeah, I'm funny. Get over it. And I made one good joke. Let's have that, please. The guys who made the Mario mashup also dug a giant hole into their house. Did they really? Did they steal my idea and then retroactively do it years ago? Oh, those monsters. Pasta that's just gone cold is so good. Can you eat more pasta, says Picture Frame. You know what, Picture Frame? For you, I can do anything. Let's grab some more pasta. Let's do Toy Cat Eats Pasta and comments on world affairs. But the thing about worship, there's just so many moving pieces and like, double lies and the thing about realize is that it's very big and this will change everything. Also, Daddy Toy Cat, I'm Welsh, says that his name Holly. Can't say it. I'll never be able to say it. Also, Mr. King Shadow. Toy Cat is my dad. Hi, Dad. Hello, son. See? Feels weird. I swear, it's coronavirus. It's not pasta. It's not pasta. Ugh. I figured you muted yourself at the end of your stream yesterday on purpose because you were laughing and you think you're hilarious. you know my secrets so well. Pasta or noodles, I can never decide which is better. Can we all at least agree that pasta is not noodles? There is pasta and there is noodles, and they are two separate categories. Okay, we can agree. We can agree. Oh, second of all, yeah, I have this genuine crisis sometimes too. I think I prefer noodles just because you can do more with them. Like with pasta, there's like tomato sauce. There's like a mayonnaise-based sauce. There's like a cheesy-based sauce. And then there's not really too much else you can do with. Like, there's obviously a lot more, but like the number of sauces you can get for noodles, and then also of noodles if you want to, just throw it in tomato sauce. But if you try to add soy sauce to pasta, it probably tastes bad. I want to know if it tastes good now. Damn it, there's not enough like pasta pieces left. In fact, there's only one left. This is the last piece of pasta, right here. That was the worst piece too. I wish I didn't try it. I see no difference between spaghetti and noodles. I get that there's similar, like, in terms of their thing, but like that, the cuisines they come from very different. The cuisines they go in very different, and it's like, well, if it's different in and it's different out, maybe that should count for something. Noodles are gross, says How Hates Demons. If you think noodles are gross, you just haven't had the right noodles yet. I know that's like telling a lesbian that, well, like, but I really think it's true. I really think that I really think that you need to get some good noodles. Don't buy 35-cent. Is that how much noodles cost? Noodles. Go to like go find like a street food stand, like a hawker center. Like even if you have to buy like PF Chang's or something. Like get you some good noodles, and then come back to me with that opinion. Too slimy. Yeah, they don't have to be slimy. You can get very dry feeling noodles. Like my favorite noodles in the world. There's this place. It's called Hawker-chan. It exists. It used to just be in Singapore, but I think there's one in Melbourne, Australia now. Oh no, there's one in Taiwan as well. Also, it was good to see you, Mo Russia. Hope you enjoy your evening. I guess it's very late there. Have a great night. But pool noodles are my favorite. Pool noodles are my favorite noodles too. Wow, I'm glad someone's finally saying it. But you know what time is it by the way? How long have I been streaming? You know what, chat? Rather than checking, lesbians just haven't had the right noodles. Exactly. That's what people say about lesbians all the time. They just haven't had the right noodles, and it's offensive to say, but it's true. You know, why are they not a fan of the best cuisines in the world? Chinese, Asian, Japanese. You might say there's some overlap between those categories I just said. 90 minutes. Thank you. It's 10:35 p.m. in the UK. I'm gonna be so wrecked when I come back to the UK because like it's 10:35 p.m. there right now, and like my day is just about beginning. Like I'm gonna go walk to a pyramid-shaped casino. I think it's gonna be a bizarre thing. Hey, they're busy with coffee, okay? You know, it's not long enough. Oh, right, because lesbians are their coffee, right? I was trying to work out, like, why and... Oh, yep, lesbians like their coffee. This is a stereotype I have made, and I'm trying to push it hard. People are going to start believing it soon, and soon it's going to be just a well-known thing, like, lesbians and their coffee. As Taiwanese, I'm going to throw hands at people who dislike noodles, says Squidberry. See, right, noodles are great. Like, they're a delicious thing. By the way, side note, I love Taiwan. It's one of the countries where I'm like, I need to go back at some point. I feel like I feel like there's just a lot of things that are well done there. I had such a bad experience my last day, but I had like such a good experience the other few days. Like the nature and the hiking and stuff was just like, oh, so good. What do you think about the biome-specific mountains tiers, like desert and jungle mountains? Loving the stream. Nice chill out after school, says Deman. Oh, we can't pick up these blocks. Should we put our door down at least? No, let's not. Let's go up. Actually, should I just put the shulker boxes down here? Isn't that how shulker boxes work? Like I can put them anywhere. Yeah, I should have just done that, shouldn't I? I must go try to buy a car. It's pity because this is actually a very good live stream, but sacrifices must be made. Enjoy buying a car. I've been thinking about like my entire plan with learning to drive is I want to learn to drive so I can drive in America and like anywhere else that I want to rent a car. But I've started to think like, you know what? People like their cars. And I'm like, you know what, should I get me a car? And then I'm like, ooh, maybe I should. Wouldn't that be cool? Toycat drives a car. That's a fun premise for a video question mark. But okay, let's take out the iron ingots. Throw them in here. Oh god, we got a lot of things. Can you see my mouse on screen right now? Wait, I need to check this real quick. Can you see my mouse on screen? No, wait, you probably can't. This isn't recording. I'm gonna quickly press... Okay, I'm gonna probably break something with what I'm about to do. I'm sorry if I do break something. Okay, did everything get dark for you or not? Chat. I wanna know, did things get dark for you? Or are they not dark? Is everything dark? Or is it A-okay? Okay, that is my question. Do you see it that? I don't think you do see that. No, nothing got dark. Okay, so that was an on-screen only effect. Interesting, very bizarre. Everything is shiny. That's even better than not dark. That's like 2 steps better. Okay, this is going to be our dirt chest again. We're just going to throw some dirt in there. And then we're going to take one of these shulker boxes down with us, because I don't know why we haven't done that until just now. That seems like a real smart decision, given the slide going up and down. It's super bright, what do you mean? Would you say it's too dark? Now you've done a mukbang stream. When is the quietly playing Minecraft ASMR stream? I honestly have a problem with speaking. Like, every single time I've been like, let's see how long we can go not talking. I go like 10 seconds and I'm like, oh, I need to respond to this chat. But chat, right now, this is going to be Toycat's longest he can go without any speaking. Starting right now. No speaking, like from now. Like no, after this is like the end. This is the last speech point. I'll move this next to my microphone. Boom, boom. Does that count? That probably counts. Okay, let's try again. Someone said he can't do it. Damn it! I want to tell you. Yeah, I can. I can not talk for so long. I don't know how that's the one comment that I was like, you know, I need to prove. Oh, screw you! You can't do that to me. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. No talking, just mining. I gotta stop reading chat. So one of the funnest like 7-Eleven slurpees aren't very good. It's like no, you're trying to offend me, but leave the slurpees out of this. Leave. Okay. No, it's easy. It's easy. I've just gotta not have opinions. I can not have opinions. Watch how well I can not have opinions. I'm so good at not having opinions. Okay. No talking. Just chill. I just had a $1 trillion Minecraft idea. Okay, I have an idea. What if, like, easy way to e-beg for some cash money. What if, right? Okay, hear me out. What if I just pretended I didn't know I was muted, so that people would think, only way to let him know is to tip him, and to be like, Toycat, your mic's muted. Because, you know, people don't know if I'm reading chat. I am reading chat all the time. But people don't know that. But they know that I can see what comes up on the screen. Because obviously everyone knows the donations. So I just came up with a way to make an infinite amount of money. Because you just do a whole stream where you're like, this is the most interesting stream ever. That's overly expressive. You know what? No, it's not. Hey, someone said to get your microphone was muted in a super chat. I just made $1.99. Suckers. Yeah, that was my genius play. I guess the problem is I actually should mute my mic, because otherwise you could hear my water drinking and when I move around and stuff. But you know, my mic wasn't muted. Democracy is overrated. Opinions. Hey, wait, no, Toy Cat, your mic is broken. Yeah, look at my 199. I am now rolling in the money that I made from my deception. Like, I actually wonder, like, Daniel Erickson says democracy is overrated. Opinions. I think, okay, so the reason that I defend democracy personally, you know, again, like, the reason anyone defends democracy is not because it's a great system, it's the least bad system. Like, you know, there's a famous maybe quote, maybe not. It's one of those, like, you know, we don't know for sure if it's real. But, like, one of the quotes that, like, really sticks with me is, like, democracy is the worst system other than all others that have been tried. Like, yeah, of course it's not perfect. Like, when you give people the right, you know, like, the easiest argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. Think about the intelligence of the average human being, and now think about the fact that half of people are dumber than that, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, that sure is concerning, huh? But the simple answer as to why you would defend a system that isn't perfect is because it's the best one out there for allowing people to not only feel represented but be represented. Like, if you have if we look at like some other form of decision makings, like if you look at a company or something, they have like specific groups they're beholden to. And if you were going to hold a government like that, i.e. the most powerful entity in the land, whether we want it to be or not, if you're going to hold a thing like that, it's like the people with the largest say would be those who have the largest input. So like the people who pay the most money, the people who pay the most tax, would have the biggest opinion. Or, you know, you could go the other way and be like, hey, the people who do the most. So like, you know, instead of like, you know, being this like big thing that we would decide to be like, oh yeah, so if you look at the other systems that have been tried, the whole like, oh, what if a guy is just in charge for life? They all sometimes work, but have more often than not failed. Whereas democracy is one of the few things that, like, with a few tweaks, has stood the test of time. Democracy is beautiful in theory, in practice it is a fallacy. One of the biggest crises of democracy, one of the biggest, like, challenges to the notion of free will is, so political campaigning is fascinating to me because businesses who generally their goal is to like get a return on their investment will spend money campaigning, you know, like Proposition 22 or like whatever law. They will campaign for a party, you know, for a person that you vote, or for your vote on a law. Which, you know, that's how a lot of referendums and stuff go. Which means that your vote, even though you think you're making it for the best of the country or whatever, is influenced by those. You probably don't think it, and I think generally most people aren't. But because everyone doesn't need to be, they just need to influence the lowest common denominator. You know, like, one vote from the person who's making the least informed decisions is worth the same as your vote. That's one of the kind of issues of it, right? Like, being educated, being intelligent, being informed are not characteristics that democracy favors. Okay. Also, like the stream to take a nap after the stream is over, says April Van Pelt. Do you need to like the stream to take a nap when it's done? You know, you can take a nap whenever you want. Many quotes are fabricated. Joseph Stalin. Yeah, exactly. Like, people just put quotes on famous figures, and you're like, wow, if he could kill 6 million Ukrainians, I bet he has a way with words. He didn't even speak English. I mean, actually, he probably had to speak English, but like, English wasn't his first language. If he was making poetic isms, they wouldn't be so poetic in English. But the interesting thing is, like, if they know that that's influencing it, it's like, so clearly you can effectively, you know, like, people are effectively being, not tricked, but, like, their opinions are being swayed by really basic things, like, hey, this thing is like that thing. Convincing them that they know about something well enough to be informed from my side. Like, to take an issue that you've never heard anything about. Let's take I'm going to go with something. I'm going to try and find the most vague political issue. Do you think that when the... Actually, you know, I'll pick one that's real. Do you think when when the president dies, who should be the next president? Like, you know, they're assassinated. And like the actual answer is the vice president, I believe, something 25th Amendment. Thank you, MK Ultra Gaming 69. Took out tax. You should try speaking an American accent. I have a really great American accent. Thank you for asking. It's a little bit southern, but now it's a little New York apparently. Now that I realize it, I sound like I'm in the outer boroughs, except no, I'm going back to Texas. I don't have an American accent because it's so hard to speak American. But the I love how everyone gets like destroyed when we go there. Thank you so much, MK Ultra Gaming 69. You got a very fun name. That accent hurts me. Great. But anyway, so like if the actual answer is like, oh yeah, according to precedent, according to the laws, it is the vice president, right? So there's two ways you can take this. Let's say that was up for debate. Who should be the vice president when the president dies? Let's say we had like we got to decide as the public, right? So if you wanted to convince people that it should, you know, like if you wanted to make people be like, yeah, of course, it should be the vice president, be like, you know, that is precedent. That's how it's always been. We have the system in place for a reason, etc., etc. Whereas if you're on the outside, it's really hard to get people to be against a system that is there for a reason, etc., etc., etc. So you'd be like, you know what? They're just saying that because that's how they get their guy in charge. It's pretty suspicious how even though the people didn't vote for him, he's going to be in charge. Doesn't it make sense for someone, the people, you know, like you believe in, you know, like you can make any issue that someone's not informed about an issue they are informed about and on your side for if you and angry enough to vote if you just give it to them in the right format. It's one of the kind of flaws of human information systems. Like, we look for information that is like the information we already have. And that's great in that it allows us to specialize in the, you know, like, if you know about computers, you know, and you know about operating systems, it's really easy for you to learn about how mobile phones work, because like, oh yeah, Apple iPhones just sandbox every app, and you're like, oh, it's like sandboxing, the thing that I do when I'm developing programs. You're like, oh, it all makes sense. Like, they do there what I kind of do here sometimes. So like you learning information that's like information you already have is a lot easier than learning new information. And I think the problem with that is it means that if you want to most effectively convince people, you just have to convince them they already know about something. And then what that leads to is super simplifications. Like, instead of talking about what should happen when a president dies, you know, not the current one who would be dead at that point, let's just say, but like what happens when a president dies, rather than us having an informed discussion about how we think a country should go, you'll start being like, oh, let's talk about how it is now. Let's talk about the simplifications. Like, you know what? When my boss dies, he gets replaced by whoever's best for the job. I don't know why it should be the vice president. And then someone's like, well, you see, the way it works in America is we follow the Constitution. And the Constitution says this. And you know what? If you want to burn up the Constitution, you don't love America. You don't love America? What's this all about? I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, that's what I'm just trying to say. It's like, there is an objective answer, but you could still have an argument over it. And now imagine that's happening on things where there aren't objective answers to. Because every single day, there are new legal situations. Like, you know, like a year ago, the idea of locking people up, forcing businesses to stay closed, etc., you would assume that you were in, you know, Nazi Germany or something, right? Like, but that, like, you know, the political landscape changes, and you got to ask questions about what is okay, what isn't okay, what should you do in this moment, etc., etc., etc. And we tend not to make very good long-term decisions, and instead be like, but what do we want right now? What would be beneficial right now? It's like, no, let's work out the correct system for the, yeah, whatever. It's dumb. Thanks for the stream, making my long flight less boring. Also, what is your favorite type of rock? You're on a long flight right now? How are you getting Wi-Fi? Let alone Wi-Fi enough to watch a live stream. I'm so confused. That accent makes me wish I was deaf. You know, next time I do the accent, I'll mute my mic, okay? Constitution. That's how Americans say it. It's the Constitution. That's just how we say it over here. I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Do you not like your freedom? Is that what's wrong? I think that's what's wrong. I'm gonna stop. Brazil is the next USA. A lot of people are always like trying to panically make. See, that's that. Okay, wait. I know that you were trying to be like, yeah, they're being dumb like you think America is. But what you really just did there, people who call like, I think his name is Bolsonaro, like, oh, he's just Brazilian Trump. No, you're doing the exact same thing. You're simplifying a very complex issue. You know, like if I don't like the guy at all. Don't get me wrong. Like I am not a fan of Mr. Brazilian president right now. I'm not in Brazil though. That's probably one of the biggest reasons. Oh, the worst one is people are like, well, Boris is basically just Trump. It's like, no, not in the slightest. You know, like Trump is like an outsider, populist, like something. Whereas like, Boris Johnson's been like a, career politician forever and like actively, even though like they vaguely have I guess a populist undertone. It's like one of them is like an actual smooth political operator. One of them is just a reality TV show. And like to equate them is to entirely misunderstand something. Like when people simplify, you lose resolution, right? The more data you have, the more information you have, the more informed you'll be. The more we simplify, the less. It's like if we talk about the cave update, it's important for new people to be like, oh yeah, so they're updating caves, they're listening to the community, that's a thing that's happening. Also, there's some cliffs update. Whereas if you're more informed, you're like, oh yeah, so it's a cave and cliff update that has lots of other features. Also, there's lots of ocean features. They're doing inventory management, that's a huge thing. And if you're really into the cave update, then what you want to know is like, what are all of the exact features? What's the new gameplay looking like? What features does it look like we're doing? It's the Constitution. It made me laugh. So I can't find a compare. The Toycat Hack's going to join as well. Hey, thank you, Galaxite Calm Corner, for deciding to tip me. I appreciate that a lot. But Trump is the Ender Dragon. There we go. That's a perfect analogy of no flaws, right? I don't see any flaws of that in the slightest. Let's just keep on going with it, right? What could go wrong with that belief? This has been a fun stream. I like this internet. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for entertaining my. Again, I spoke about politics at the end here, which is like not only a rule against the channel, but I think that's the reason that I say what I say, which is that when you talk about politics, you lose like 100, you lose like 50 IQ points. Not that I think IQ is a good measurement thing, I'm just trying to say, like, people get dumber when they talk about stuff because it's been simplified on such a high level, and it's like, but what about, like, all these very important things? I saw someone literally say on Twitter, like, the economy's just made up, just give people cake, or something, like, just give people food or something like that. And it's like, I mean, in the same way that every human concept is made up, yeah. Like, bread is made up, just give people flour, Like, bread is made up. Bread is a made up concept that doesn't exist naturally in nature. Humans made it, and now humans defined it. And, like, just give me some flour, Also, thank you, Galaxite Calm Corner, or Galaxite Corn Karma. You calm down the corn. Wait. Calm Corner? Corn Karma. My brain can't make sense of things anymore. But thanks so much for coming around on the channel. I appreciate it. I like that we're slowly picking up members, and thank you for joining the club. It is nice to see you here. But yeah, we're going to mine these last 5 obsidian blocks, and then I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. And you know what you can do if you want to see me in the next one? You can subscribe with them notifies turned on to see more of these in the future. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go. I'll post a Twitter of what I get. I'll post a picture of what I do on Twitter, okay? You can see some cool Vegas stuff. It's my assistant's last day. I'm gonna take her to some interesting things. And I think she's buying me a drink. It's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. If she doesn't, we'll all have a rage against Madison, right? But no, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed today. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. I'm gonna eat pasta, actually. There was a piece of pasta in there. Oh, love life. Life is good. Paying my ticket tax, I see you're almost at Bedrock. I am almost there. 7 more blocks to go. And realistically, it's like 4, right? Because I want to have a flat area to build my house on. And then I want to have wood floor too, so. We're pretty close. Really good. Would recommend. Guess what? Have more and bored. Thank you.